Hey guys, Rick here. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk to you about something as I have noticed in talking to different ones, reading lots of comments. Um, Guys are not really sure what to expect when they get a hair system. How natural should it look? How real should it feel? All of those things. So stay tuned because today we are going to be answering those questions. I'll be right back. Hey guys, thanks for sticking with me. Rick here. Today we're going to answer some questions. And something I've been aware of is it's overwhelmingly obvious that when guys seek out to get a hair system, to do hair replacement like this, they're not really sure what to expect. And the questions to answer would be, how natural should it look? And am I expecting too much from that? How should it feel? And am I expecting too much from that? Or can it really be perfect? Can it really, truly be entirely undetectable? Okay, so I have two guys that I know presently that I've had my hands in their hair, if you will, and they didn't look good. You could see the front edge at the hairline. The knots were too obvious across the front. It didn't blend correctly. And so their question to me was, or their statement to me was, looks pretty good, right? And I'd say, well, it's passable. So is that good enough? Is passable good enough from a hair system? Should I say, hey, passable is really perfect. If you can get that far, you've done good. So let me answer that. No, it is not. You can wear a hair system that is 100% undetectable. You should be able to slick the front of that hair back when it is wet on your head and see nothing. See no edge, see no anything. It can be perfect. So when you go in and you sit down and you either sit in a chair and have it done to you, or you order it and Super Hair Pieces sends you this great hair system, and you go through the process and the steps of getting it on your head and then go somewhere and have it cut in. When you look at it, if it doesn't look perfect, it's not. And the news is, it can be. Woo, that's a lot of pressure, isn't it? To say a hair system can look 100% natural and 100% perfect. Well, okay. Here, let's see if I can do this. Sweetness. I'm happy. I had someone comment today, said, you can't tell at all, not at all. And I said, no, you really can't. So if you are wearing a hair system and you're saying, mine's not perfect, or you're thinking about a hair system, understand this. It can look perfect. And if it doesn't, then now let me preface this by saying, some systems, like this is an HD 111, it is a 4 mil skin, and they're coming out with one that is a 2 to 3 mil. I can't wait to get my hands on that because that's going to be super interesting. This is a 4 mil. It is advertised as disposable, but I don't really understand that simply because I just don't find that to be true. The skin on it, the poly on it's durable to me. It doesn't fade. I don't have them to fade. Now the color will wash out just a little bit, and so there are things you can do there. But as far as thinning out, not really, with the exception of the front hairline. Sometimes because that hair is thinner in the front to start with to give a more natural look, which is really important. Because if it's not thinner and that hair across the front's real thick, well, you look just as though you've ran into a wall. All of a sudden, forehead, hair, I mean, it's just like this. And look around, you'll be able to tell now that I've told you where the hairline will be like super, super thick looking. It almost looks like hair sitting on the head instead of hair growing out of the head. And it should always look like hair growing out of the head. If it doesn't, then it's back to the drawing board. Now, I'm talking about with an exposed hairline here, which I have. If you're one that has a hairline that you just comb down over that, the hair over that hairline, well, you don't have to be nearly as worried about any of that. But if you want that hairline to be exposed, then there are units that will work well for you and units that will not. So if that's important, as it is to me, then you just need to find the one that works. You can find a lace unit that'll work. You can find a poly unit that'll work. There are lots of ways to answer that question. So how good can it look? Let me just tell you, it can look perfect. And if you're demanding of it in that way and you demand it to look perfect and you won't have it any other way, that was my pledge. If someone can tell this is a hair system, then I'm going back to the drawing board. If people, when I tell them I'm wearing a hair system, if they believe me, well, I'm going back to the drawing board. But today, as of this date, and for the whole process of it for me, no one believes that I have a hair system, that this is fake hair on my head. I've gotten into arguments with people, nice arguments, of course, that say, no, I promise you. So I pull out my cell phone and show them a ball picture, and they're going, holy crud, that is unbelievable. So yes, if you're a wearer and you say, no, mine's never been perfect, or you're thinking about it, trust me on this, it can be. So hey guys, I will let you know about the new release of the new system with that super thin unit, and we'll see how that goes. Until then, peace out, take care, it is all good.